Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Adam and today I'm going to be telling you my predictions for the American League for the 2020 MLB season. So let's get started with the AL East. Finishing in last place in the AL East with a record of 17-43 are the Baltimore Orioles. Let me just sum you up their entire MLB team in one word: garbage. They waited too long to start their rebuild, thinking they could compete in 2018 with Manny Machado, and they're paying the consequences. Their farm system does include some really talented players, but the only problem is the majority of those players have barely reached advanced A-ball. So while their future looks bright, this season isn't one they're gonna enjoy. Finishing in 4th place with a record of 28-32 are the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays in reality have an amazing young team that, in my opinion, will win the World Series in the next 5 years. The only reason I didn't place them in 3rd place is because I feel that the fact that their team is so young will make them go through a few slumps that in a normal 162-game season wouldn't matter that much. But in a 60-game season, it does. Finishing in 3rd place with a record of 32-28 are the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox, from an offensive perspective, have one of the best teams in baseball. But when you look at the pitching side of things, you get pretty scared. Their roster only includes 3 legitimate starters, and 2 of them posted an ERA above 5 last season. So unless they're able to figure their pitching rotation out, they're gonna have a tough time making it into the playoffs this season. Finishing in 2nd place with a record of 40-20 are the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays, in my opinion, have one of the best, if not the best, pitching rotation in all of baseball. They also have one of the best offenses in all of baseball. And if it wasn't because the Yankees have all the money in the world and the Rays barely have any, they would win their division this season. So that brings us to the AL East division winner with a record of 43-17, the New York Yankees. The Yankees on paper have without a doubt the best team in the American League. The only thing that can stop them from winning the division are injuries. So if you're a Yankees fan, pray no one gets injured. Now let's move on to the AL Central. Finishing in last place in the AL Central with a record of 16-44 are the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers, like the Orioles, are complete garbage. They're in the middle of a never-ending rebuild, so I'm just gonna skip this team. Finishing in 4th place with a record of 20-40 are the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are also in the middle of a rebuild, but they did keep a few decent players around like Jorge Soler and Whit Merrifield so that it would be easier to watch their games. They also have a few really exciting prospects in their farm system like Bobby Witt Jr. and Brady Singer. So although they will probably suck, they will be one of the most exciting rebuilding teams to watch. Finishing in 3rd place with a record of 30-30 are the Cleveland Indians. The Indians have a really solid team. The only problem is they got worse this offseason by basically gifting away Corey Kluber, while the Twins and White Sox got better. The only way I see them making it into the playoffs is if all their players outperform, which I doubt will happen. So Indians fans, have fun missing the playoffs for a 2nd year in a row. Finishing in 2nd place with a record of 36-24 are the Minnesota Twins. I know this is a bold prediction, but I genuinely feel the Twins won't win their division this season. They're relying on too many veterans repeating what they did last season, and I just don't think that's gonna work out well for them. So unless they surprise me, the 1st place team in the AL Central with a record of 38-22 will be the Chicago White Sox. They have an amazing young core that includes Tim Anderson, Eloy Jimenez, and Luis Robert, combined with the additions of Dallas Keuchel and Yasmani Grandal, makes this team, in my opinion, one of the best in baseball. Now, let's talk about the American League West. Finishing in last place with a record of 21-39 are the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners are in the middle of a rebuild, so there isn't much to say about them. The only thing I'm looking forward to seeing from this team are the possible debuts of Logan Gilbert and Evan White, who are super talented prospects I think will do good in the major leagues. Finishing in 4th place with a record of 27-33 are the Texas Rangers. They did get better this offseason by receiving Corey Kluber as a gift from the Indians, but that doesn't make them better than the 3 teams ahead of them. I will say that if the Rangers had gotten 2 solid starting pitchers, I may have placed them at 3rd place because their offense is pretty good. They just need to get pitching under control. Finishing in third place with a record of 33-27 are the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They've got one of the top 5 offenses in all of baseball, but you know what they don't have? A decent starting rotation. So Angels, try helping Mike Trout finally get his first World Series ring by getting some decent pitchers. Finishing in second place with a record of 39-21 are the Houston Astros. The Astros on paper have a much better team than the A's, but I think psychologically they will be affected for cheating previous seasons. Even with no fans, players from other teams will give them nasty looks. They will be hit by pitch pretty often, and I just think this will make them lose a couple of extra games and make the Oakland Athletics AL West champions with a record of 41-19. When you combine a solid pitching staff with a great offense, only great things can happen. We've seen the A's win 97 games the past 2 seasons, and if they get on a hot streak, which I think they will probably be able to win 41 games. That will be all for today. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you next time.